I hope everyone is able to see my screen. We have so many valuable reports. Let's explore one of them. Here from Search tab, you can search ThinkSabio weekly gems. We have already covered few of the reports in a previous session. We'll want to rewind once we are done with this explanation. Once we'll do rewind the previous reports also. Yeah, one of the valuable report from our report is ThinkSabio weekly gems. Give me a second, please.
So, Swapna, let me take a minute for a second here. Okay.
Yeah, sure, Sai.
Yeah. So, looks like we have here Murali and Sam and Uday. I think you are the three ThinkSabians. You have taken some time out and joining the call, meeting today. So, really appreciate your burning desire to learn. As you know, ThinkSabio is trying to unfold the data, right? Is trying to unfold the strategies in a plain English, right? We don't need to have a financial acumen to do stock market. We proved it. You don't need to have such a IQ or financial degree or Stanford or whatever. We don't need all that. All we need is data confirmation or the valid confirmation of data from the institutions and little confidence and courage. That's what we have proved, and we have been proving it. It's no big deal. Stock market is no big deal, is what I mentioned in 2019. And we have been consistently proving it. Of course, we may fail here and there. Without failure, no one has ever succeeded in any career, not just the stock market. So these reports are basically trying to give you an additional confirmation. Yes, your decision will be correct. Your decision could be correct. So there's so many valuable reports. I mean, when I give the watch list or whatever, I'm looking at the reports. I'm not just saying it out of the thin air or whatever, right? I'm just looking at different reports and see which one is trending and what could be the potential factors, reasons influencing that particular stock. And then we're connecting the simple dots. There's no rocket science, right? For example, if I see VATL, I mentioned on weekend and I took a position on Monday. So the reason is it's already trending since 4 weeks or 5 weeks, ever since CER. And then, Amazon invested into it and it's a organic product like eggs or, butter, all kind of products they're, developing or manufacturing from their farm. And, it's no rocket science, right? It's confirmation. Of course, after we get in, the price may fluctuate up and down and all that. So that's where you balance it out, right? You play your SL or you start with, let's say you wanted to invest $100, you start with $25 and invest $25 this week and see how the stock is moving. Because nobody can say perfectly, right, the entry point. Nobody, including the top-notch legends. No one can say, yes, today you can enter. Because price fluctuates in the market. Nobody has any control over it, right? So you wait and see the next 4 weeks, whatever the way you want to deploy your $100. Example, $25 this week, $25 next week, $25 upcoming week, and 4 weeks. However you want to disperse or deploy it. And then after 4 weeks, if the stock is still, let's say your buy price came to, let's say $40, example. And after $40, you deployed 4 phases. And if it is still falling for whatever reason, then you put a threshold. Okay, I'll wait another 5%. Then I will cut off half of my position in case, my theory is, the stock is not working in my favor. Something like that. Basically, you have to have a rule book, right? So you follow that and you make a move. Or some of the stocks you have highest conviction, then you don't care about the price fluctuations, you just wait. Some of the bio stocks, price fluctuations is common, but if you have the highest conviction of the product or the bio product or the CEO or whoever, then you hang on to it, no matter what the price fluctuations are. So it's a slight, rules you apply here and there, and then you make a move. So our ThinkSabio data is basically giving you that confirmation who is invested into it. For example, lab I was talking last few weeks, right? LAB, it's a biotechnology research firm, and Casdin is a life science billion-dollar investment firm is investing into lab. So I go to Casdin website and see who they are, whether I can trust them. Who are they? What are they doing? What's their reputation in the past? Okay, once I understand, I mean, I'm not going to spend a heck of a lot of hours to just go to their website, who the Casdin, do I trust them? What's their history, whatnot? Okay, I believe in them. Now they invested so much into lab. So do I understand lab what it does? Yes, it's giving tools for a biotechnology company. Yes, I'm convinced. And who else is into it? I look at the top 10 institutions. Likewise, I make a decision. I'm not spending hours and hours and hours and of time, although I'm investing significant amount. So I gain the confidence, I get in and stay there and see what I need to do. Right? So that's all it is. And it's no big deal here, no rocket science. You don't have to spend, spending lots and lots of hours. You can do your full-time job, whatever the job you are in, and you can do very comfortably here. You don't need to check every minute, every second kind of things. No big deal, right? So Swapna here graciously trying to show you different reports we have in our website. So each one has its own inherent advantages. So you don't need to be overwhelmed with, oh, so many are there. You don't need to, but you look at some of them and see, see if you get the confidence, right? Whatever the stocks we have. And also, we don't need to invest in so many stocks to build wealth. You don't need to. Just few which you think are highly qualitative, and then pick few of them and then invest a good chunk of quantity. I think that way we can build wealth too. Too many diversification also, is not going to show you much of gains. That's what at least my experience. Of course, you can follow your own style, but I'm a risk taker. But I try to pick like 4 or 5 highly conviction stocks and stick to it and then put my chunk into it. Even, if you look at Warren Buffett, he has only like 30, 40 stocks. Although he has a multi-billion-dollar portfolio, he didn't put like 100 or 150 or 200 stocks. He picks and chooses some good quality companies, and then he perseveres it for years together. And that's how he built wealth, apparently. Right? So that's the mechanism. There's no right and wrong. Again, if one person formula is not like a cookie cutter approach, everybody has different mechanism, different methods. But you look at, what works for you, and then you can follow. Look at other people's perspective, but end of the day, you follow what works for you. Okay, so that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted to tell you. So Swapna, sorry for interruption here. Just wanted to give my perspective, so you can continue here. Any
Thank you,
questions?
Sairam.
Any questions? Hold on one second. If anybody, Murali, I think you have some question.
Yeah. Hi, Sairam. Sairam.
Yeah.
See, I've been using ThinkSabio for last like a couple of years, but this first time I joined the call. I have one question I had. Like every day evening, we get a report, right? Inside by a report, right? And
Correct.
sometimes like I don't have time, so I don't put much brain. So what I was thinking is that when the inside by report comes in the evening, when the top 10, suppose the first record, right? The first record is the highest million investment, right? So
Correct.
I never seen that number one is in your list. So I'm just wondering how, like
in my list, meaning
don't you,
in my stock buying list, you mean?
Yeah, you never propose that in a wish list. So like you don't go with a gut feel like somebody investing say 60 million. I mean, I'm asking advice like should I follow blindly that okay somebody put 60 million, why can't I put $6,000 or $1,000 and blindly? So is this possible? Is that approach is good or bad? What do you think?
Again, that's very wonderful question, buddy Murali. I really appreciate your thoughtfulness here. So as you said, right, every day we get this insider buys and sells report, insider buys, right? So every day, obviously, there are so many institutions, and of course, 10,000 stocks, right? And at least 7,000 institutions, and of course, so many insiders. So all these people will be making their decisions every day. Someone is buying, right? but of course we don't have that kind of money to invest into every day by following them. Apparently we cannot, right? So I pick and choose my battles here, right? So although I see today, 60 million invested. I mean, I may be tempted perhaps, but I will hold back. Because I need, yeah. So I won't try to deviate my direction. See, for example, if you look at my portfolio, right, I'm pretty highly built my conviction in 3 stocks predominantly: CRVS, Sound, and UPST. Right, I highly believed into it. I really want to build enormous amount of wealth into it. I have believed. I dream every day. Okay, one day will come to me and I'm going to see huge wealth. That's how I imagined when I invested in VKTX, right? And so does, if you look back my 2020 or 21 story, with only 3 stocks, JMIA, NEO, and Tesla, I built 7-digit portfolio from nowhere, right? It's just because I believed into it. I just believe, because I got into $3. Of course, the story is different, but the point I'm trying to make it is, I pick only few and then stay in the course with the quantity. Quality and quantity is what I personally believe. Of course, it has risks too, because if I fail it, I may fail, big time too. But I'm not putting entire thing in only one stock, right? I'm dividing into 3 or 4, or in my current portfolio, if you look present, I divided into 3 big ones, and I have 6 or 7 surrounding, like a farm, or CELH, the energy drink. I'm just giving live examples, right? So I covered some of them into it, but my big chunk is into only 3 of them: CRVS, Sound, and UPST. I went big. As I sold my VKTX, as you all know, I made significant amount of profits in VKTX. Of course, I recovered all my grave mistakes for the last 2.5, 3 years. All my grave mistakes been blessed with VKTX. So I now divided into these 3, right? Major. And then I put supporting, fielding, like a cricket. I put supporting fielding with the other things like a farm, UPST, and all. Now, as you said to your question, if I see today someone invested 60 million insider buy, I mean, I don't have enough funds to go and put into all of them. Even if I put few, it's not going to make a big difference. So I say, okay, let it go. Maybe some might try just to test my strategy. For example, today, I invested into, fleet industry one, but just very small chunk, right? It's like $50. I mean, 50 stocks. It's not going to make a big difference to me, but I wanted to try out my strategy, if it's working or not.
So that's okay, but for new people like me or somebody, right? To get a motivation, right? If you put as a investment stock, and I know it's going to be it's worthy. Wait for 1 year or 2 years, right? I mean, then I like, for new person, they want some motivation, right? Some kick, right?
Right. You want an instant gratification. You want
not instant, but at least like normally I do I watch a week or so, then I get like, and then I say, okay, nothing's happening, so I thought I make the meditation. Okay, I made mistake. So I know for some people who are like long term, like as you said, like limit for years. That's definitely. I tell you one thing. So far, every stock I picked from ThinkSabio, everything was a hit for me. Only sometimes I made a mistake. I came out because of my patience, but seeing everything was a hit. So I have no doubt in that. But the motivation doesn't come, right? Because I want money for biryani. So
multiple biryani. So
wife says,
I mean,
you
everybody
buy
wants,
small
right?
quantity?
It truly.
Yeah, I say why? Yeah. So
See, buddy, Murali, one thing I can tell you, buddy, with an absolute certainty and honesty here, right? Say, you asked a very valid question. So, how do you get to motivation? And I can't wait like 2 years, 3 years, and all. Very good question. I have the same feeling when I started too. So, here is my question, right? For example, let's say you have the budget of $100. I mean, I'm just putting the number, right? It couldn't be 1,000, 100,000, or million, or whatever, right? So my suggestion is $100 is your budget, right? That's what you can afford to put this month or this year, for example. So my suggestion is, out of $100, you save, okay, $50. I don't want to take risk. I just want it to be safe. This is my suggestion. Again, it's my perspective, right? So you $50 you put into the companies where nothing can happen predominantly. Like, for example, big blue chip companies like Tesla or Amazon or Oracle or big companies, Nvidia, Facebook or whatever, something like that, where your $50 is pretty much protected. Nothing can disappear, right? No matter what. So the remaining $50, I will start taking the chances, which is where you are okay to take the $50 play, right? I'm okay. So now I take that $50 and take like, okay, $10 I'll play into current trends, right? What I was giving the watch list, or you can look at the reports that Swapna is going to take, weekly trending. So if I look at 6 weeks trending report, for example, every week a stock is going up and up and up and up for the last 6 weeks, right? Weekly gains report, that's what we call. So what is the probability for a stock which is going on an average of 6 weeks, every week going up? Then I look out that list and narrow it down. Okay, out of 10 sectors, do I have any sector that I love it? For example, you like only information technology, for example, right? So you narrow it down. It's a little homework, right? Just like, you do college homework, school homework, right? So you pick those and then say, okay, this stock is going for the last 6 weeks, right? Or last 4 weeks, this has been going every week. So, okay, do I understand this company? What is this company doing? Okay, this is energy company or drink company or whatever the information technology, or INOAD, for example, information technology. We spotted when it is $9, it's trending. So that's where you just take a chance and put your $10 and put your SL in okay, if it goes down after I invest, I'll wait for 6%. I'm okay to take loss at 6%. If I am wrong, that at the 7th%, I'm going to mercilessly cut it off. So that's how I think you need to play the rest of the $50. That way, you're taking chances with $50 and you're safeguarding another $50 portfolio. Otherwise, what will happen is, if you put your $100 into this play and lose, let's say if you're wrong, then all your $100 is gone and you're demotivated. Man, stock market sucks. That's what happened to me in 1999. I did like this and I lost all money and I said, damn, this stock market, I should never enter in my life. And I waited too. 1999 to 2018, I literally calmed down myself because of without knowledge I did, and I said, oh, this won't work. But once I started in 2018, after all these concepts, right, following these leaders and institutions and all, then I got the confidence. Okay, we can do it here, right? I mean, now I believe firmly, although I lost, I gained, just like Michael Jordan's story, right? I gained, lost. And now I see that, okay, well, there is a method to it. It's not like, you're putting, it's not a lottery. It's not a lottery. You pick the right companies, you pick the right quantity, you pick, your risk management. I think we can do wonders when others are able to do it, right? I mean, why can't we do it? Of course, we may not do to their level, but we can do in our level. That's what I believe in personally. But again, to your question, you have to play like that. That way you get more. I mean, somewhere you have to get a break, buddy. That's for sure. No matter what, you have to get a break somewhere. You have to get multiple access. That way you get more money multiplied, right? Let's say you put $100. If it's multiplied 2x or 3x, then that's where you get more motivation, right? So you got to catch a break somewhere. So for that, I think you need to look at the trending stocks and see which one is going and take chances, calculated risks. And if you lose, am I okay to survive tomorrow? Is that the money that I'm putting in, right? Of course, as long as you're not playing options, I think you are safe. Stock market, if you don't pick, over penny stocks, I think your money is safe. Penny stocks are dangerous, right? Unless, again, you have $10, which you don't care, then you can play if you have a highest conviction, not because somebody invested into it. You have to have a confidence, buddy. I mean, whenever I invest, right? I invest crazy chunk of money or whatever, then I don't spend like hours or months and months of time. No, I just look at who the person is. Do I trust him or her? And then what is the company doing? Do I believe in? And also, if I put here, if I miss, if I fail, can I survive? what is my backup strategy? Okay, I put it in VKTX. At the time I was debating, of course, what if VKTX fails? What's my backup strategy, right? Because it's a bio.
So, Alex, seen one question like, I'm sorry, I'm taking so much time for other people. I'm sorry for that. But so
No,
like,
no, it's useful, buddy.
so based on experience, right, for last 6 years, right, do you think we should follow all the institutions or should limit to like some 100 institutions? That way we have more focus, right? So I see like in the email, right, every day we get on average 15 to institutions names I see every day, right? New names, right?
Mhm.
So instead of following those all people, can we limit like okay, these are like our top 100 50 institutions, we follow them only.
Yeah.
That way can we
Right.
thought.
I think that's a good question, buddy. You need to definitely limit because there's so many institutions, there is so many insiders every day. So you cannot follow every one of them and put
No,
all
but
of.
do you have recommendation because I'm asking like should ThinkSabio should limit to some 100 or 200 institutions or should we or you guys it's better to get all the institutions? I'm asking like what do you think like
Yeah. So for that, right, I think you have to go by sector, buddy. In healthcare, in biotechnology, we have segregated like 10 or 12 top institutions like Deep Track Capital, you know,
oh, okay.
Bros, Baker Bros, and Venrock, Perceptive Advisors, and Point 72, and Casdin. So I think the team will share you the list. I think
Okay,
those we follow in biotechnology. When it
got
comes
it.
to Bailey Gifford, or there are so many institutions. And also we have one report called Institutions Ranking Report. I think Swapna
Oh,
will
yeah.
cover it up. So in
That makes sense.
report, we are showing how many total stocks they invested, how many of them are positive right now, how many of them are negative now. So you can take a look at them and then see, hey, go into each institution and see what stocks they invested, and then just read each stock. Maybe there's some work you have to spend a little bit to, if you want to really master and build, good wealth. I think you have to spend a little time too, buddy, to get a more understanding, right? To get, see, this is a knowledge. Knowledge is going to empower us to, take right decisions. So if you really want to build good wealth, I think you have to go through and then, see what makes you personally strong. See, I'm believing right now CRVS because I read the book, or I read about, Richard Miller. I read about the Blood and Money book. So I learned, okay, he built a big company called Pharmacyclics. So I believe it's like Rajamouli taking a movie, right? Even if Rajamouli takes 5 years and he says, today I'm announcing a movie, then I have a belief system on Rajamouli, sir. I'm going to wait for 3 years or 4 years. That's fine.
For me, you're Rajamouli, I'm following you for CRVS.
But you can't blindly follow me because my strategies are different, or my loss mechanism could be different, or I may be acting, but of course I'm open here, right? I'm transparent here to every one of you that I invested into these three majority, and I'm just hanging on to the core position because I have a faith one day I'm going to build enormous amount of wealth in one of these three stocks. Even if I fail one or two, one will save me. That's my belief system. See, CRVS, UPST, Sound, those three I invested, right? Crazy amount. But I have confidence, even if I fail two, I'm thinking about the worst case. So one will save me. It's my belief system. If three fails, I'm back to the normal, back to old story, right? I have to start back again. But the probability is very less because two of them are non-bio. It can be a zero overnight, right? Of course, I may have to, persevere the conditions, the weather conditions of the inflation and all that. But because both are, AI and, UPST is AI platform and Sound is AI. AI is dominating the current universe. It's an undeniable truth. Of course, there's, one is startup company, other one is a interest, interest rates dependent and all that. But I'll wait. VKTX, I waited 13 months. I did not get the wealth overnight. I have persevered. I know it went from $8 to $22. From 22 to it came back to 9, and 9 to it went to 90. So I have persevered.
9 came out.
See, I'm telling you, right? That's where we will be shaken, buddy. I'm telling you, it's not you. Even I will be, oh man, the hell, it went 20, now it came 10. Did I make the right decision? Do you think I did not think like that? It's like a Kamal Hassan daughter, what's her name? Shruti Hassan, in one movie, she says, you think I wasn't feared, something like that, right? In that movie.
Race Gurram.
Race Gurram, exactly. So, I mean, I will have to think too, hey, the hell, money, I put a crazy amount of money, what it's going through it, right? I mean, you will talk to, or you will discuss, in ThinkSabio or, hey, what's up? But at the end, right, I'm prepared. Whatever the outcome it could be, I'm okay to take my $10 risk. Let Wiki takes bankrupt it. Let the drug fail it. I may become zero. I'm okay. I have courage to take the $10 risk. Whatever the $10 you can replace with, right? 100,000, whatever, million. So that's where your perseverance and conviction, and then you have to stick to it. That's where you get anybody, right? Even if Tesla or Nvidia, whoever have persevered, they have the conviction and they are okay to lose too. Only then you will build wealth, is my opinion again, right? So yeah, I think it's good questions, buddy. But again, let's try to see how you can make decisions and persevere. But I can say confidently we can build wealth, my friend. There is a method to it, and I'm absolutely confident, ultra confident. People may think overconfident, but there is a method to it. But we have to wait and persevere. Yes, we can make wealth. We can build wealth here. Okay, right. Swapna, I think any other questions to me? Anybody? Before I hand up.
Sai, you have a question, Sai. Sam K is asking that, hi Sai, what is your ROI year in 2022?
2022?
Yes, Sai, ROI yearly.
Oh, 2022, I was in deep losses, buddy. I was an absolute deep or deepest, or whatever is the better word in adjective. 2022 is, I went through, a lot of challenges. I just literally, my portfolio went down to in a shameless situation, I must admit. Because I made so many mistakes. I'm going to open up probably in August my portfolio to the public and write down and show everything what I did. So I'm working on the presentation and whatever. Probably in August ending, I think, or September first week, I will show everything what I did, how I came back, or how I persevered, or how I got back my losses and all. But 2022, yes, I was in deep losses, buddy. 22. 20, this is 24, right? Yeah, 23 also. 22, 23, I was going through, hell of the challenges. But 24 February, I sold VKTX and I'm out of my mess, as I told in the group too. So.
Hey, sorry, this is Sam again. Thanks
Yeah,
for your honest, feedback. So that means 2022 and 2023, whatever your reporting and analysis and all those things did not help you at all.
The reports, see, I did not follow majority. See, some of the stocks, right? So this is a huge topic, right? 2022, I have done several mistakes, right? I mean, it's a separate topic, but, I will make it quick here because, this is not major. But the major problems I recollect in 2022-23 is I used margin and I followed some stocks ridiculously like Asan, and that killed me a huge way. And because of that, I have to sell off NVIDIA. And I have highest conviction at the time, NVIDIA and Airbnb. If you recollect it, I was holding only those two stocks because as you know, I only pick only few. But Asan, I made a wrong call. And because of Asan, I have to sell off my all portfolio because I got into over margin. So I failed to estimate, the margin calculations. And Asan, I didn't expect that it would fall to the worst level. So that killed my portfolio. And after that, again, I started, pouring into my portfolio, and then again overused margin. And then at the time, tech was falling like crazy. May 2022, I remember very well. So because of the Russia war or the inflation and all big companies, including, I was invested only Amazon. I took at the time, let's go with the big companies. But my entry time and the inflation and Russia war just killed me. So with that, I folded my all portfolio, and then I said, okay, let's restart, let's rebuild it. That's where I started with the XPEV first, if you recollect it, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm hearing you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I started with XPEV, right? I folded every damn stock and I said, okay, forget this margin. I need to rebuild it. I was deep low at the time in my portfolio, right? I was in deep losses. Then I said to myself, how do I recover it? Okay, let's fold every damn stock that I have. Let's rebuild. Let's reseed it. That's where I cut out of the whole margin. And then I started with XPEV. So XPEV worked out and it gave me good chunk. Then I started with the other 4 Chinese stocks that didn't work out. So I folded again all of them. Then I started back with VKTX and CRVS and 2 other stocks. So, but with perseverance, VKTX worked out and it just pulled me out all my grave mistakes. So that's in high level, but we'll go deep later. When I'm giving my presentation at the time.
Sure,
Yes,
sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. You will see my entire story when I give the presentation, including how much losses I got, and that's crazy story, right? But I mean, bottom line, I persevered. I'm thankful things worked out. But I'm right now playing very, very, very safe game. I think I am, especially margin wise, because margin is a double-edged sword, buddy. It helped me. It killed me too. So I must admit both ways. Right, but now I'm not taking. I just took only like 7% or 5% out of my 100% portfolio. If you look at it, I took like 5% of margin, which is rare for my quality. But I said no. You got burned, my friend. Don't do it again. So I'm very, very self-disciplined here. So I'm hoping. I think from here, touch wood, I shouldn't get into an unexpected journey. That's what I'm hoping. But let's see how the future unfolds. From here, I'm confident I can build good wealth. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll see. Yeah, Swapna, I think you can take over.
Yeah.
Any other questions, team? Any other questions for me?
Hi, Sai. Good evening. Uday
Yeah,
here.
buddy.
I have a request, but it should not be taking too long. Probably I'll send you a direct message for a new reporting request.
Sure, absolutely.
So because already we have taken a lot of time here, so I will send you a direct message.
Okay, absolutely. Buddy, I think we shouldn't be worried about the time and all, because this is really open for us to learn, because this session can, Swapna can again continue another week or whatever. But see, the bottom line is we have to learn what we can learn from each other, right? I'm a learner too every day. And nobody is a master in the stock market, right? We all have to learn from each other. So don't think like that. So let's just share with caring and sharing mindset. Never mind. I will be open, honestly. I will share whatever I know. I'm very radically, openly transparent. I never want to hide things or, show off for the sake of ThinkSabio. I never do that. You all know that, right? I'm very straight and very transparent.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing all your experiences, right? They are really valuable to us, right? We learn from your lessons, your experiences, and we go through all your comments every day, right? So we also like and enjoy them.
Exactly. I'm trying to make it funny. You don't want to be like a boring history lesson, right? Where we go to college and say, "Oh man, this lecture sucks," kind of mindset. I just try to bring some fun. This investment is like, it's no big deal, right? We have to carry out our other tasks, our job or our kids or our wives or whatever, girlfriends, X, Y, Z. But we have to make this as a fun experience and still build wealth, right? We share.
Yeah.
And then see what is the way to build wealth. Other people are making, right? Hedge funds or FMR, or you look at FMR or Blackstone or State Street. All these people in 1940s or 50s, when they started with little money only, right, buddies? How did they make wealth overnight? They never made overnight wealth. Nobody. Even Warren Buffett started $150, but they made the right choices, the right moves, and they made money. So that's what we need to try to understand, how we can do, what we can do, what risks we can take, what, right? That's where we can slowly will get there, not overnight.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you so much.
But absolutely, buddy. So definitely, we'll continue these kind of sessions weekly once, possibly. so that, I can be available one-on-one. Not many people are here. So I love to share what I can share from my experiences. And you guys can talk about your success, failures. We don't have to be shy of our failure, buddy. Without failure, who will be successful, right? Ray Dalio failed and he started with his father's borrowed 5K money, and then now he's a billionaire, right? As I say, the Michael Jordan example, I always self-motivate by looking at his example nowadays. I failed over and over and over. I missed 300 shots. That's why I succeed, right? That's an example. I always, follow that self-motivated. If I fail in one of them, okay, let's not give up, right? Let's try differently. Let's see what we have done in the past incorrectly, or, wrongly, whatever, right? Let's rebuild it.
Yeah, sure. Similar to what I think Murali asked, right? So every day we get that insider buy and sell report. I used to think like, what if I buy few stocks from the top 5 insider buys, right? And see how they perform over time.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my thought process. Now, what I thought just now is, right, why don't we have a virtual portfolio created in ThinkSabio and add the stocks, all the 10 stocks from the top insider buys, right? Keep
Mm-hmm.
adding them on daily basis and see how they perform over time.
How they perform. And one more thing, Uday, one more thing, what in my experience, my personal experience is, too much diversification kills your portfolio too, is my feeling, buddy.
True,
Because
true.
if too many stocks, like hundreds, if you keep adding every day, like 1, 2, 3, 4 every day, buyer insider buy, but your portfolio will become, it's too many stocks. You can't feel the profit, right? It can help you to grow. Maybe your money is well protected, but you will never be able to build wealth, is what I personally feel and experienced myself, right? So that's why I said, what you could do is, if you are playing with $100, so you safeguard $50 in a good companies and play with $50, the rest of the stocks, but with the limited. Because if you keep buying one, but even if one stock makes 20%, other one makes, negative, so you won't see the wealth overall. But you have to have the conviction of the few, and then, the good quantity, whatever your PF can handle it, right? That way, you can see the wealth. But for that, you have to have the conviction of that particular stock.
Yeah. So
that is a challenge part. I agree. It's not a challenge. Sometimes, we buy it, for example, but sometimes it won't move. It will frustrate us. We see every day, man, this is not going up. Man, that will test us. That will test our patience to the core. But sometimes you have to accept and get out of it. Hey, my strategy is wrong, or the stock is not moving. I don't have any ego. I get out of it, right? For example, some of them, I accept it. Well, I have to sacrifice. I let it go. Let it, even after you sell it, if it goes up, let it be. It's like you sell your land, right? Our grandfathers have sold so much land when we are kids. Now it is crores or multi-crores. But what can you do? At the time, you have to make a decision. You can't keep crying, like that, right? Yeah. Sometimes you have to make a decision, you make a decision. But some of the stocks, you have to have the conviction and stay. Some you say, hey, I'm wrong. I have to get out at 6% loss or 7% loss. See, many people, including me, lost a good chunk in 2021, 22, because, we waited so long. That's our, our DNA of Desis, probably. Our grandparents told us to buy, but never told us to sell, I guess. See, Neo, GMI, they all went to $65 from $3. But many people did not realize the profits. They all looked at the paper, but they never realized it. The reason is, when from 65 it fell to 60, they thought, oh, it's only $5. Let's wait. From 60 it went to 55. Oh, 55, it's okay, it will go up. From 55 it went to 47, 37, 27. See, we were like watching, hoping and praying. That's not what we shouldn't do. It is what I think we all have to learn. So when it comes down from 65 to 60, then you have to put your first trigger. If you have 100 stocks, let the damn 25 go off at 60. If it falls to 57, you sell another 25. Only then we will realize the profit. Otherwise, we show it on the piece of paper. Oh, I have it. But what is the point? You have it. But where are you now? I mean, I have literally seen, 7-digit numbers disappearing with my own eyes.
Yeah, okay.
But those are of course, it's the learning lessons. But I think what we need to do now is when you have a profit of that, and if the stock is coming down, you put a several intervals. 60, I'm going to sell one batch. 58, I'm going to sell some batch. 55, I'm going to sell. So likewise, right? You put some intervals, and if the stock is receding or falling down, you are done. You are out of it. You cleared some of them. You made the profit. And if it comes down to 20, you buy again because you sold it 60 or 55, 48 different levels. If you so love the stock and if it comes down to 20, you should have done it. You should buy now. Or why the hell you worry about one stock? There are 10,000 stocks. Let it go. You don't need to chase that. You pick another guy, another stock. And we can still build a wealth. No big deal.
Yeah, because every day we get this report, right? Just we are looking at it, but we are not acting on it, right? I want to convert that into an action item. At least take top one stock from the top 10 insider buys, right? Every day. So
but if you do that, buddy, 30 days you're gonna build 30 stocks. That's not the right way, in my opinion, too. You make a note of insider buys and see which stock you connect to your heart or what it means to the current trends and technologies. See, because every insider has their own conviction and they keep buying, or they have so much money they buy it. It doesn't mean you have to buy. That's where I made a blunder with Asan. Asan CEO is a co-founder of Facebook. And that guy has lots of money and he kept buying his own stock. And I didn't realize that. Oh, CEO is buying, and I kept buying. I blindfolded. It burned me to the level that I cannot imagine the loss it created for me, buddy. I accept my stupidity, my blunder. But what I'm trying to tell you is you have to do a research of who that insider is, why he or she is buying. What does it mean to you? Does the stock mean anything to you? Do you understand? Does it have any current trends and technologies matching? We don't want to fall like that kind of a guy who is buying. He has 10% stake in Facebook, so he has plenty of money, billions of dollars. So he doesn't care even if he lose 1 billion. And I got bond, and it took me a lot of time to recover from that bonds. Right? So that's my suggestion to you is not every insider buy every day you get, you don't want to turn into an action. You study, you add to your ThinkSabio virtual portfolio, and then study, and then you will get a conviction at one point. Wow, this is it. This is the company I wanted to know. I wanted to invest because it is. For example, right now the theme is AI. Every company is talking about AI. See, when the weather is on the AI side, why do we go to non-AI side and keep praying it? That's what my question to myself. So you need to diversify some at least to AI so that you can capture the trend. But of course, after some time, even AI might for example, right? You have NTF. Sometimes it ran cryptos, it ran theme. So the people, it's like mindset, right? They cannot hang on to one forever, right? They get bored. So likewise, right now the trend is on AI. So we have to see where you can capture every company is investing into it. Look at NVIDIA, right? Where it was like $100 stock 1 year ago is now 1,000. Literally, 1 zero got added to it because of the AI. The companies are investing into it.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely, buddy. Yeah, I hope it is useful. But let's be open here and then ask questions, and we all learn from each other. And I know this may be, yeah. So Swapna, I think
useful.
Yeah. So Swapna, I know I took a lot of time, but you can cover like 15-20 minutes. And of course, there is always next time. If there is a long weekend, if people are free or something, if we are free, then we can do one session or something like that, right? If it's even 5 people, it doesn't matter. We wanted to share the knowledge, right? Thank you, guys. I wish you all good luck. And it's a process, but don't get frustrated or don't quit, but try to understand. This is like a fun, like solving a puzzle in our mathematics. If you didn't solve it, then you figure it out how to solve it or what is the other method. Right? Okay. All right. Thank you all. Good night. And Swapna, you can take over. Thank you. I'll catch you all tomorrow, team.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Team, I hope you are able to see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. As we got recently Q1 data, I'll just show you how to filter stocks using our reports. How to pick stocks from this Q1 data. Yeah, first let's go through I previously shared this report too. This report also for newly joined members. I'm just repeating again as we have less time. I'll just quickly show. ThinkSabio Diamond report. Already Sai has shared a few. I think some might have seen, some might not have seen. So I'm just sharing my knowledge once here. Yeah, ThinkSabio Diamond report. This report is basically built only for primarily for the quarterly picks to pick picks from the quarterly data. Here you can see overall institutions increase percentage should be 50%. Minimum 50% shares. From this only Sai picked LBPH, AUTL, etc. stocks. And in the previous also, if we see, if you go back and see Q2, Q3 picks also, we have few stocks, IDOIA, GCT, APLT, VST. We have a few stocks. If we hold for 1 quarter, 2 quarters, not for short term, I'm telling for long term, they'll definitely give good results. I can assure at least your portfolio won't go to negative returns by following this report. Not only this report, and then we can go from here, we can see which are APLT when we first time shared in Q2, it is at $1.39. In group also you can see in the Q2 it is at $1.3. How we can catch this means, yeah, by seeing institution count. If you see the institution counts from past 5 quarters, they are increasing. That's one, and we can see there here we are showing the top 10 ownerships. If the main famous institutions are present, yes, that additional confirmation and latest SEC transactions adds value. And here in the top 10 institution table also you can see who are present in this. If you look at in the previous quarter, most of the top 10 institutions either they increased or they newly bought this particular stock previously also. So it performed very well from the past 2 quarters. Maybe it might be up, low, volatile in between, but at the end of the day, it gave results, right? And previously we got one insider topic discussion. Here I want to add some just 1 or 2 points, my 2 cents of knowledge. Rather than buying the top 5 insider buys, we can see, for example, if you see yesterday. 1 second, please. For example, if you see yesterday's report, PRVA is the highest invested by top insider. Rather than picking randomly that PRVA, we have to just see particularly this ISR report. How the institutions are performing. It's end of the day, it's law of averages. If many people are believing in it, if not today, tomorrow, it definitely gives some results. Then we have to come to this ISR report and we have to see who are present. For example, see, just now Sai told that we have some top 10 institutions regarding bio. We follow top 10 institutions. Yes, we'll just cross check with them whether Baker Bros is present in this, whether Venrock is present in this, or whether Sanofi or some famous company is present in this, any upcoming catalyst. And then from here we will go to if any upcoming news is there and how the fundamentals, what is their live cash and how the volume is picking up nowadays, whether it is in uptrend, like in 2 weeks, like 4-5 days, is momentum building, or then we can keep this in watch list and then we can track. And once regarding by taking little of technical knowledge also, once it bounced at their support level, by taking all this consideration, yes, definitely we can take position. But not all insider buys are meant to buy that particular stock, in my knowledge at least. And it takes some time also. If you see some bio companies, they'll buy VKTX. The insiders bought at some 9-10 also, and it went to 25. The question is here: can we hold that long time? Can we have that? Do we have that much patience to hold that much time? Yeah, that one also we have to think. It definitely needs patience here. So with this insider buys, let's do some research or some homework by looking at other reports also, and recent news, particularly who are present in this, like BlackRock, Vanguard, the hedge funds also. We have top 10 hedge funds also separate, a separate table for top 10 hedge funds also. By seeing all that, it definitely helps that. That my 2 cents I just want to add here. Rather than looking at this insider by SEC, in my opinion, SEC transactions adds more value. We can filter out from SEC transactions. If any SEC transactions, recent SEC transactions, and that particular stock is moving from past 2 to 3 weeks, and any upcoming FLYW, for example, FMRLLC from past 2 quarters, it is reporting before a year, and the year is turning out to be positive, and the year day it is moving at least 5 to 6%. Such stocks, yeah, such upcoming events we can add to watch list, and then we can try at least some $10, like Sai said, out of 100 we can risk some $10 and we can try it. I just want to share that. Yeah, from ThinkSabio diamonds, yes, then we can here we can see, and here we can filter out based on our criteria. Yeah, if you want to see only technology stocks, yeah, technology. I want minimum percentage count 10%. Yeah, filters, yes, we can play around actually, like how we do shopping, like the brand we need and the price we need. The same way we can do like this from this report only Sai shared PLFW yesterday. Yeah, we can keep the price filters also. Next month. PLFW. Maybe my filters is not matching with PLFW. Yeah, let me filter out from the search tab. PLFW. Yes, PWFL. From this, I picked that. If you see here, 46 institutions and 86% institution count is increasing. And then the shares also increased by 60%. And the additional confirmation is recent SEC transaction. As I told, recent SEC transactions will have more value. Why? Because for quarterly, even if the particular institutions, if they want to buy, they can buy below 5% also, and they can report in their quarterly report also. But within 10 days, they are apart from their quarterly report, in the between also they are buying this particular stocks. Means that that means they are believing in this particular stock, that this stock will fetch them some good results, so they are increasing here. Yeah, here we got one recent SEC transaction. Private Capital Management LLC, they have increased by 14%. Yeah, it definitely is one more confirmation here. That way we can see. And by going to all institution report also, we can apply filter. By going to all symbols report also, for quarterly data, we can go to this all report, and again also we can here there in diamonds report you can see only increased minimum 50% share change stock, but here you can see all the symbols we have here. See, we have 5,000 entries. From here you can filter out any criteria, and then our options will become less, and we can pick stocks And from there we can go to weekly YTD report, weekly uptrend reports, and there we can see whether our stock is in uptrend or not. And by then we can add them to watch list and track, and then we can take a position. Yes, and here maximum price. Yes, see here, it came to 210. Yeah, I can filter out much more also. Yeah, YTD, I want stocks only which have 20% stocks. Yes, 81. Yeah, in this way we can filter stocks. This report, all symbols report, and then diamonds report. We can use and we can we can pick stocks from quarterly reports, and we have quarterly reports, quarterly top 25 buys and sells, and institutional ranking report also we have. We can explore this also, quarterly institutional buys and sells. Here you can see top 25 symbols bought by overall institutions in this particular quarter. Yes, here you can see all the top 25 stocks. If you are top 25 sold off and top 25 newly bought, etc. This report helps in picking quarterly data. And then here, and Sai said, yeah, here we have weekly uptrend reports. From here also, yes. Yeah, here you can see from 4 week stocks, and here you can see the institution count. Here also you can apply filters for institution data. Yeah, I want minimum percentage count change should be 20%. Yes. We'll get all those stocks and you can apply filters and it will be easy. Yeah, here see you got only 56 entries. And if you apply more filters, yes. You get see VRT, it's moving from 4 weeks and it gave 23% returns. Like this, you can use our you can use our reports and you can filter the stocks. Yeah, it's been 1 hour, guys. Yeah, we'll connect next week. Thank you for taking out your time and joining. Any questions regarding reports?
No questions. Yeah, thank you for
No.
your time and thank you for going through the reports. We'll try to explore more, try to make use of the data from ThinkSabio websites.
Thank you.
Thank you.